Hi everyone, this is Francisco. Um, so I was watching these real estate showings on through YouTube videos, and there was this one that gave me an idea, and basically it was just the toilet paper, because these are like $40 million homes, $25 million homes. So they're like multi-million-dollar homes, right? But they have these, you know, standard ugly toilet paper, you know, holders, the ones that you just slide in. And to me, that doesn't really look elegant. It looks kind of whack and outdated. Definitely outdated. Especially now with more modern stuff. I believe that toilet paper should come more like napkin or like tissue, like for tissues to blow your nose when you're sick or whatever. But I think they should come kind of like a napkin with more layers. So when you pull one out, you won't even have to fold, you won't even have to play around with it and fold it and then use it. You would just be able to pull one out, and then use that and probably get two wipes out of it. Because that's what I do with toilet paper. I get like 3 squares or sometimes 4, but mainly 3 of them. And then I fold it in half, and then I wipe, and then I fold it again, and I wipe again, and then I throw it away, and then I repeat that process. But mainly, mainly what's going on with toilet paper is that there's some that are super thin, obviously, we all know that, and then there's some that are a little bit thicker, but yet still, what we have to do is like do all the folding and all that. So I thought, why not condense that and just allow the users, the people, to just pull one out and it'll be ready just right there on the spot. You just pick it up, wipe, and you could even throw that away, get another one, wipe, throw it away into the toilet. So I even seen this ball. It was a big ball. Like it was made out of aluminum. But even something like that, like a tissue dispenser type of thing, but just for toilet paper. Because these are like $40 million homes, multi-million-dollar homes. And they didn't even have like a casing around the toilet paper. So to me, it looked whack. It didn't look like, personally, I would personally change that if it was up to me. And toilet paper, when like the idea that I'm thinking about, of course, it's going to be reduced, and it's going to be, instead of this big bulky cylinder thing, it's going to be more condensed and more elegant. And it could be placed on the wall by, drilling some holes, kind of like a toilet paper holder. But if it's round, it could be drilled in the wall. And then when you go to the store and you buy a refill, basically toilet paper that's already been placed in there, you would just basically snap it into this cylinder thing. Um, or, or something like that. Maybe it could have it could be cut on the center, so it could have a door, a hinge door, something to open it and insert that thing and then close it back down. So yeah, you'll see a piece of toilet paper, like a tissue sticking out. So like that way, when people go in there, they will know, okay, that's the toilet paper. Um, because there's times as well when, I go to, like churches or out somewhere in public commercial buildings, and they have this ultra thin toilet paper, and I have to use a lot of it, like pretty much what we buy for our homes. But they basically fold it for us in mini layers, so we only have to get a little bit. But in commercial places, it's ultra thin, and basically you have to get more of the roll to accomplish the same type of thing. So basically, we will be saving each other time when it comes time to wipe our behinds. Okay? So yeah, like I would like it for someone out there to change that and to come up with creative toilet paper holders with this concept in mind. Okay? Um uh but other than that, that was basically it. Um because now basically people will be able to create like these indentations in the wall, or in, yeah, like, and it could be made out of different materials. It could be made out of wood, stainless steel, um tile, concrete, whatever it is. And basically you'll be able to insert one of these toilet paper dispenser things, and like I said, you would just like grab one, and that one piece will be enough for the average person, as much as an average person uses. Okay? So think about that. So like, you just need to grab one time. You just grab it once, wipe. You could fold it around, wipe again, and then grab another one. And you're not making contact with the existing toilet paper as well. That's also one of the great reasons, and one of the great yeah, reasons to transition to what I'm talking about. Because when I'm in public, and yeah, I get some toilet paper, and then you have to tear it. So sometimes you have to hold the toilet paper roll or put your finger there to tear, where they made the little small cuts, the scores. They scored it. You know, every little sheet is scored. So it will even be good for the companies who manufacture the toilet paper, who produce the toilet paper, because they won't have to use the machines to score the toilet paper any longer. Um, but yes, they will be required to use other things. Like toilet paper is, I think it's cut, and that's what creates that cylinder. Okay, so so like with the idea that I have, it will be more like how they manufacture and create napkins and how they fold them. Something like that. But of course, it's not going to be a napkin. It's going to be toilet paper. So there's a difference. I'm not talking about toilet paper because I don't even think that I don't even think that napkins are like sewer safe and septic safe. I think that they could clog stuff up. So that's why they create toilet paper. So basically, it will be up to the toilet paper companies to, innovate and create something more slick, more modern, with modern type of restroom toilet paper holders where it won't look so dorky. And at the end of the day, we won't have the little cylinder, pieces of trash, the cylinder rolls, the cardboard. It's I forget what it is, but yeah, those little things in the center of the toilet paper, like at the at the very end or whatever. Yeah, when you use the toilet paper up and the toilet paper is white, but that little roll thing is like brown. Well, there won't be any need for that. But on the outside, it could have some type of cardboard um casing, kind of like tissue paper. And all you have to do is take the top thing off, and then once you get it started, you just pull up, and that's it. You don't have to touch the other napkins. So in other words, you won't have to touch the other toilet paper. And think about it. People are using the restroom. You don't want cross contamination. If someone goes in a public restroom and they have a sickness or a disease, or they're sick, or someone's on their period, so there's blood. And I'm not saying that happens, but it could happen. It could happen. And, well, basically, it will prevent, what is it called? when it will prevent transmitted diseases. Like, yeah, it will prevent that with this idea that I'm talking about. So it's not only safer, it's more wiser, more faster, less work. And not just that, but instead of someone, because there's some people who use probably more than others, like with the rolls of toilet paper, existing toilet paper rolls. Some people probably get like 5, 6 sheets, or they get more probably. So with this idea, it'll be strong, durable, it'll be thick and soft. So it'll be ideal for every single person on the planet. Like I said, you just grab one and it'll be ready. All you would have to do is position it on the center of your hands and wipe. No more grabbing some, tearing it off, folding it, and then wiping. Those are just extra steps. So, especially now with the technology we have, I mean, I've been watching modern marvels on YouTube. So anything is possible. So when it comes to this idea, you people can make it happen. It's just like I said, like I keep stressing, it's just like similar to tissue paper. But instead of the tissue paper, it will be toilet paper. It's kind of like wipies for babies. But, the wipies for babies, it has like a little lid. So the wipey solution inside of it won't dry out, so it won't air out and cause all the wipies to lose their moisture. But what I'm talking about would just be like tissues. Um so no one would have to tuck anything back a little bit in to close the little lid. It's not like wipies. So something like that. Like a little baggy, plastic or something with a toilet paper logo everywhere on it. And then when people take it home, they will insert it in their home toilet paper holder. And this will be more modern. So people would have to upgrade and buy the whole unit. So it'll be best to sell both as a unit to begin with, and then eventually as people upgrade and no longer require the toilet paper holders, then they will just go to the store and buy the toilet paper refills. And there could be mini designs. I mean, it could just be a little hole on, like, coming out the wall. Like, I mean, it's just like a little hole. So the toilet paper can come out through that. So that's all people will see. Just a little round black hole that will go with the design of your home, and all people would have to do is pull out from that, you know? That simple. And if for commercial, uh, like businesses, movie theaters, churches, restaurants, and all that, they could just have multiple, like little holes, little slots where they could stack them in, and then whoever stacks them up, they could just get it started, and then they could close. Well, obviously they would have to close it, and then pull one out, or just pull it out slightly for people to get the idea of what to do. Um, but yeah, that's this whole idea that I'm sharing, and the packaging will be reduced. It will require less space in transportation, for transportation purposes. Like the way that they are stacked right now with a cylinder, basically the space for shipping will be reduced in half. So that's big. That's big. That's huge. Okay? We're talking big money here just with that itself. And saving the company's money just with that alone. Um I don't know though. Like someone would have to get creative and just think about different ideas. And different designs. Um, like I'm trying to think about something that could be creative, something unique, and different. But I don't really know right now. But it could also be right above the user, so like they could reach as they're sitting down on the toilet, where they would just like grab it and then just use it, you know? Grab it and then use it instead of it being like to the side of them, on the side. But it depends though on the setup, because for some homes they'll be able to get away with like it being on the side over here. But my parents have a restroom where that's not possible, because the sink, it has a pillar. It's not a cabinet. But they do have another toilet, another restroom, and that restroom has a cabinet, so the toilet paper, the toilet paper holder got installed on the wood of the cabinet. This other restroom doesn't have a wooden um cabinet. It's a pillar, and it holds the sink. It's more like elegant, more newer stuff. but it leaves no place for us to, put the toilet paper. So a way for people to do something like that would be for them to have like a mirror shelf, like some type of shelf right behind the toilet, um with this idea in mind, so they could insert the TP, like the newer type of toilet paper that I described right now, so they could just reach and pull one out and then use that. And it won't look ugly, it will look clean. Um, and basically I could see like the shelf right above the toilet. It could be like some form of mirror to blend in with the sink mirror, that type of thing. But because I don't know how other people are doing it, but my parents do have a like a little stand, and the stand is, maybe like 2 feet off the ground, like two and a half, maybe 3 feet off the ground, but more like 2.5 feet off the ground, and it holds the toilet paper. So it's a toilet paper holder, and basically they put that in there because that restroom has no cabinet, no wooden cabinet. So there's no place for them to install one of those toilet paper holders, although they could install it into the tile, but they haven't. Good night, Mom. I love you. Yes, I am covered. Fully covered. But, yeah, like, I like this idea, actually. Now, would it cost less? That's what the Shark Tank people would say. Like, would it require, um, like the manufacturing costs? Would it cost less to manufacture? And would it be more or less the value of existing toilet paper? Well, honestly, it'll be the same. Okay? It would just be redesigned. And if you think about it, I mean, a machine has to make those little scores, and that will basically be eliminated from the machinery, from the company. Like if I own the company and I thought about this idea and I created a whole new company, the process would be more like manufacturing napkins as opposed to um, the other way of creating toilet paper. So those little scores won't be required any longer. And I don't know how long it takes for the company to have to replace, the knives or the razors to make those scores. I really don't know. So by eliminating that, the company will save money. And not just that, but they'll be able to make the toilet paper much faster because it'll be a more condensed pile of toilet paper. Um, I don't know if it'll make it faster, but definitely it'll be more um like more modern. And especially now, because everyone is buying those sinks with the sensors, touchless sinks, touchless sinks, touchless faucets. Um, like basically, practically everything's like that now. They even have the soap dispensers that are censored operated, and basically the whole logic behind that was for people not to touch contaminated stuff, because there's a lot of germs. And people would turn on the faucet or push a button, and that's right after they were wiping their behinds, their butts or whatever else, you know. So with this idea, it'll be more like modern. It would just be more modern. Just put it that way. And I think everyone will like it. I think everyone would love it. Honestly. And not just that, but I think it will also teach people that all of us in the world are not fucking around when it comes to innovation and keeping people healthy, and teaching people that we're not trying to contaminate our environment further. We're trying to keep everything clean and tidy. And I think everyone would just be shocked, because that's what we use, all of us, every single day. And then whenever someone is showing a multi-billion or multi-million dollar home